It was a time, right? I was 17 years old. Now this was back when I was living in Chicago, well, the suburbs of Chicago, right? I was walking in Crestwood, Illinois. Now it was, I would say prejudiced officers, but they wasn't like prejudiced in a way that they'll hurt you. It's just like they despised black people. They wasn't like the racists that'll beat your ass and throw you in the cell. No, they wasn't them. They just despised us, right? So he pulled me over. It was about 11 o'clock, right? So I was walking down Cicero Avenue, and he was like, "Hey," he said, "What you doing out here?" I said, "I'm walking." Why? He said, "Man, where your ID at?" I said, "I don't have it." He said, "What's your name?" I said, "I don't have a name." And so he he said "Come on, get your ass here, get your ass in the car." So what happened was he kept asking me like, "Man, what's your name?" And I was like, "Man, my name's Taquan. What's your last name?" I'm like, "Williams." He's like, "Where do you live?" I said, I don't have nowhere to live," whatever the case might be, right? Of course I had somewhere to live, but he tried to ask me for my address. So I was like, "I'm not giving you that." And so he was like, "What's your address?" I'm like, "I don't have an address." So he said, "Do I have to keep you in the station for 72 hours till we verify you?" I said, "Let's do it." So he said, "Okay." Boom. They took me to the police station. So now I'm up in the police station. 20 minutes go past. He keep asking me, "Where you live, man?" He said, "This would be very simple if you just tell me where you live." And I said, "I don't know where I live." And he said, "So you don't know where you live?" I said, "Nope." And so what happened was his partner came in. Now his partner, I'm cool with. I personally know his partner, right? He got us out the jam a couple times. So the other one wasn't prejudiced at all. He was actually cool as hell. So he was like, he said, "Hold on." So he was going through my bag and all that, and so he was looking through everything. He was trying to see, he was trying to find something. Then he found a piece of mail, right? He found a piece of mail and had my address on there. It was 13309 South Carson. I was like, damn. I was like, what the fuck? How did he find that? So he said, "Yep, we got you now." And so he searched me up in the system. Boom, found everything, right? So now imagine, I was 18. So he was like, no, I was 19. He said, "What?" He said, "And you a convicted felon?" He said, "Woo, we about to have fun with you. Every time I see you, I'm pulling you over." And I was like, damn. Like, why did I have that mail on me that day? Like, why did I have my mail on me? Because I wasn't 17, my bad, y'all. I was 18, right? But I was like, damn, why did I have that piece of mail on me? And so when he identified me, so it gave him clarity of who I am. And when he gained clarity that I'm over 18, and also I was a convicted felon, it made him way more happy because he fully identified me. He got my address on file and everything. Now I was ignorant, so I ain't knew nothing about status or anything like that. So that stuff didn't cross my mind. I'm thinking like, oh, they got jurisdiction just because they the police. Like that's my mindset growing up. So as I get older and as I evolved, I found out like whole time, like, people who get caught with drugs, the police just have you admit to that address and they get in your ass every time. Like, soon you get to the station, and before they complete their arrest affidavit, they got to get that address. And I'm like, damn, like, are you serious? You feel me? Like, if they don't have an ID or driver's license on file, there's nothing they can do if you don't get them nothing. Like, they'll have to keep you in that station for 72 hours until you break a fold. Like, they'll try to find every manipulated way to get you to admit to an address. And I was just like, mm. So, me and my wife, we be doing practices and everything like that, right? On how you should answer to a police. So, me and her, I practice with her. I'm like, "So where do you live?" She be like, "I live in a rural free area." "What's your zip code?" She be like, "I don't have a zip code." You feel me? Like, I practice this with my wife. I practice this with my kids. And this is something that y'all, like, really need to take heed with, like, I know it might sound like, why does he keep repeating this? It's like something so simple is getting people in jail. Like, we overcomplicate everything in life, and it's not really that complicated. Like, we think that that all them trust documents people been studying for 30 years, that secure party creditor method, or or people asserting their constitutional rights. We thought all of that was like powerful, but that didn't mean nothing because I add one and one. I add one and one with the state statute. And everybody check the state statute out. It's two of them. Acts subjecting persons to jurisdiction of the court of state, and also search up another one called a contractual waiver in order to gain personal jurisdiction. Both of them are 100% the same, but they have their differences, and they different in a way where one of them is dealing with contracts. That's what I mean, act subjecting person. So if you have a driver's license, the police can use that. They're like, okay, we can use this document to pull you in, or if you get them an address, they can pull you in. But if you don't have neither one, they can't. So even if you had the passport or you didn't have the passport, you will benefit 100%. With no contracts with the state and you don't give them a contractual waiver, there's nothing they can do. So they'll try to hold you in a station, or they'll try to manipulate you, or try to say, where do you receive mail? Hell, don't even give them a phone number. Don't give them a phone number. Don't give them an email address. Don't give them nothing. You can give me your first and last name. Like, hey, my name's Taquan. You don't have to give me your last name. Just say my name's Taquan, Don't give me your date of birth or nothing. And you pretty much not assisting them with gaining jurisdiction. So you would be probably in that station 3 days. Say if you got caught with some drugs, you would be in that station 3 days. They ain't got no contracts by then. You would be kicked right out that station. And this dude's right now going to jail for a long ass time. People finna go to jail 10 years for drugs. And that's all he had to do. So remember that term, never talk to the police? You talking to them, but you thinking that you're not talking to them. Like, it is so innocent on how you give up certain information, but you're not gonna tell on a friend. That's the thing. Like, some people be like, don't tell on me, but you told on yourself, and you told on your partner. Y'all told on each other because you gave yourself up to the court. He gave himself up to the court. So you finna go to jail. He finna go to jail. But the man who's sovereign, who know the game, he ain't going to jail. He got caught with the gun right with y'all. He ain't going to jail. So if it's me and I got two friends, and I was caught with a pistol, he was caught with a pistol, he was caught with a pistol, and we all in the interrogation room, and they trying to get jurisdiction from them, they gonna get them. They gonna say, hey, where y'all live at? Write y'all address down. He's like, man, I live on 408 West Pine Street. The other one gonna say, I live on 409 West Pine Street. I'm gonna say I live in the USA Republic. The detective gonna keep coming back in that room. Hey, where you say you live at again? So you receive mail here. So if I send mail here, that's where you're gonna receive mail. I'm saying yes. So you receive mail in the USA Republic. I said, yeah, that's my mailing address. Which state? I'm gonna say the USA Republic. It's all 50 states of the Union. It's not one specific state. So when I receive the mail, it'd be in all the 50 states of the Union. And so throughout that time, the case can get bonded over. So they'd be in a standstill with their complaint because their arrest affidavit has to get bonded over with the address. Since it can't get bonded over, they in a standstill. So they have to have up to 72 hours to hold me and detain me. So after 72 hours, they can't bond that case over. They can't get me to admit to an address. They gotta let me go. I don't give a damn if they don't feed me. I don't give a damn if I don't get no water. Because I know my friends who gave jurisdiction, they finna be sitting in jail years. What is 3 days to me? So by the time the second day come, the officer gonna come back and say, man, look, I know what you're trying to do, but just give us your address. I'm gonna say the same thing, USA Republic. I don't carry around mail. I don't carry around anything that'll pull me in that jersey. I don't carry around none of that. I tell my wife to check her purse, check her bags every time we leave the house. Cause we serious about this stuff. You just gotta know how to answer questions the right way. It's not about being silent, because being silent don't necessarily assert power. Sometimes you just gotta know how to answer certain questions. So that's just like one of my stories I've been through, y'all, and it's just a little testimony and all that. I'm out.